I have my eyes on Wonderboy. I think that's a good fight. This weekend, we had some welterweights fight, especially Nate Diaz and Pettis. That was something that moved up the rankings. Now Nate Diaz is number 7, I believe, and Pettis still ranked. I think he by losing he went down a little bit. So I don't know. I'm looking to fight a top 10. I think that I've been proving to the UFC that I am a worthy opponent against any guy up there. I go in there and fight. I give it all, and I'm a good fighter. I know that, and I think people know that by now. So I believe I'm gonna get a top opponent. That's what I'm aiming for. Wonder Boy would be an ideal fight. I think his style with my style matches up really well. I think for the fans that would be a treat. And I don't know if he's gonna take the fight. If he does, I'll be ready. And if he doesn't want to fight me or doesn't want to fight right now, I'll be looking for someone else. That meets that top 10 measurement for me. I'm looking for December. I think this year I've had 3 fights already. Last In the last 10 months, I've had 4 fights. So I've been pretty active. I want to get a little bit of rest. I'm back to training already, but light. I'm not doing anything crazy, going hard yet. I'm just keeping it technical. So I would be looking at December as an ideal. If everything goes well and my body heals up good, December would be the perfect timing. As soon as I was done with that fight, in my mind, I got the win. I was pretty sure that was not a big thing in my mind. So when I heard that it was a split decision, I was kind of worried at that point. Whoa, okay, maybe I saw a different fight. After going back, watching the fight, I realized it was much closer than I had anticipated. I still think I got round 2 and 3, so I think I got the win. But it definitely was a close fight. Perry put on, good shots. He was really aggressive in the first 2 rounds. I think I grew on the second round. I think the third round was my best round. I really went out there to get that third round and get the win. But it was a tight fight, good fight, and had a lot of fun. Yeah, I just thanked him for the opportunity and let him know that he's really tough. I believe one of the toughest, if not the toughest guy I fought to this day. And I think when fighters go through fights like this, there is no way we cannot respect each other. I know he hit me with his best shots. I hit him with my best shots, and we both were standing at the end of the fight. So we respect each other, especially for the toughness and for the kind of fighters that both of us, we go out there and we fight. We're not trying to hold back. We're not trying to be safe. We're just trying to fight and have a good fight for the fans. And that's what we did. I don't know if it's real what he was saying. Like, I think he was more joking about it, especially because Uruguay has a really expensive tax. So they taxed us over 20% over there. And that's a lot. So, I think he kind of got like, shit, this is all they're going to tax us for fighting over here. And but it is what it is. And we went there, we gave them a show. They tax us. There's nothing we can do about it. But I try to keep a good balance in whatever I spend, and I cannot complain. I work with what I love. I am an MMA fighter, and that's what I've always dreamed. And I'm able to build my life and take care of my family with this. So I'm definitely happy with what how things have been going for me. It's really positive to fight in different places. I think MMA, the more you expand it to different countries, it's gonna be better for us. So maybe I am losing a little bit of money on tax right now, but eventually I can get that in other ways, with sponsorship or with getting big fights in other countries. So I think it's like I look at it as an investment. So I knew, and previous to the fight, I knew that we were going to be taxed. So it was not something that I planned before. I knew it was going to happen. I still decided to go there, and I think it was going to be a positive thing, and it was. So I like to fight wherever I can, and when we're going to new markets, I think it's always a good thing. Yeah, I think the beginning of my career, I never really chose my fights. So I never, when I had about 4 fights, I fought guys that had over 30 fights. So, that was a thing that it's kind of hard when you don't have the experience to fight guys like that. But at the same time, I think it was really good for me because I learned really quick a lot of things, you know. So once I got to the UFC and had the opportunity, you know, to show what I was able to do, I believe I had enough experience and enough losses to learn a lot about myself and evolve really quickly. And that's what I think that I've shown in the UFC. I got into the UFC and I've every single fight evolving, showing new skills, showing new weapons, and I'm a well-rounded guy. I'm a striker first of all, but I got weapons on the ground. My wrestling is ever improving. So I think I'm a guy that has been evolving every single fight, and I still see a lot of evolution ahead of me. So I think that every single fight I will still be showing, you know, how I can get better. I'm at home, so this is kind of like the video game room. I have my video game set up here, and there is a bed just for if somebody comes visit. I'll have them in this room, and then these are the posters from some of the fights I've been part of. I'm still not in any poster future. I hope to be in the future, and it's my favorite fight. So this is the first one. When as soon as I got to the UFC, that was a Wonderboy against Jake Ellenberger, and right here there is Rafael dos Anjos against Cowboy. That was a good card too. Man, just thank all my fans, everybody that supports me, because for me that's the biggest motivation. I get in that cage to give everybody a great show and to be the best fighter. And whenever people support me and you know they have my back, I know that I can go in there and do whatever I do. So thanks for everyone.